Hi, everyone, and welcome to today's healing session of in our Bridge to Healing Facebook Live. It's part of our Facebook Live series here. I'm truly grateful you're here, whether you're catching the live session or watching the replay. Now, if you're watching the replay, go ahead and drop a pound replay in the comments so I know you were here. And if you're joining me live, say hello and type pound live. And I'd love to know where you're joining me from. So it's always amazing to see how connected we are, no matter where we are in the world. So for those of you who don't know me, I'm Janine Naus, your grief and trauma relief specialist. My work is all about helping people like you heal from the weight of past pain, reconnect with the core of who you are, and step into a life filled with peace, purpose, and empowerment. So today's session is titled Rediscovering You, Reconnecting with Your Authentic Self After Trauma. And this topic is one that resonates deeply with so many people who've experienced trauma. When we go through trauma, it can feel like parts of ourselves get lost along the way. Our passions, our sense of identity, and even our ability to feel joy. If you ever looked in the mirror and felt like you didn't recognize the person looking back at you, or if you caught yourself going through the motions without truly living, I want you to know something. You're not alone, and it doesn't have to stay this way. So, in today's session, we're going to explore three key things to help you reconnect with your authentic self. Now, how trauma creates disconnection from the core of who we are is the first area. And it's a reflective journaling prompt that can guide you toward uncovering your values and passions, and a personal story that I hope will remind you that rediscovery is not only possible, but it's a journey worth taking. So this time is really for you. So I want you to go ahead and take a deep breath and go ahead and settle in, and let's dive in together. So let's start by understanding how trauma creates disconnection. When we experience trauma, it's as though the world shifts beneath our feet, and the things that once felt stable, our identity, our passions, our sense of purpose, can suddenly feel unfamiliar, distant, or even unreachable. So trauma has a way of rewriting the stories we tell ourselves. It can make us question our worth, doubt our abilities, or believe that we're something broken beyond repair. Now, it's not just about what happened to us, it's about the ripple effects that those experiences have on how we view ourselves and the life we're living. Now, have you ever felt like a part of you was left behind in the moment of trauma? Now, maybe it's your confidence, your joy, or even your ability to dream about the future. If that resonates with you, I invite you to share in the comments if you feel comfortable. What's one thing you've struggled to reconnect with? Now, for me, there was a time when I felt like I'd completely lost my spark, and I was so focused on surviving, on getting through each day, that I didn't realize how disconnected I'd become from the things that once made me feel alive. I wasn't showing up for myself in the way I wanted to because I wasn't connected to who I truly was. But here's the good news: that sense of disconnection isn't permanent. Healing is a journey, and it's one that allows you to rediscover the parts of yourself that were never truly lost. They've just been waiting for the right moment to be seen again. Now, this process begins with self awareness. And by recognizing how trauma has affected the way you see yourself and your life, you're taking the first step toward healing and reconnection. And that's a step worth celebrating. So let's move into how you can begin that journey within a powerful reflective exercise. So, one of the most powerful tools for rediscovery is reflective journaling. Now, journaling creates a safe, non judgmental space to explore who you are beyond the experiences that have left you feeling disconnected. So, let me share a journaling prompt that can help you begin this process. What the first prompt is: what values or passions feel most important to me right now? And the second question is: what activities or experiences used to bring me joy and why? So let me go over them again so you can take note and practice them during a quiet moment when you have some time with yourself. So the first question is, what values or passions feel most important to me right now? And then the second question is, what activities or experiences used to bring me joy and why? So take your time with these questions. Write down whatever comes to mind, even if it feels small, scattered, or incomplete. There's no right or wrong way to do this. It's about allowing your authentic self to speak. Now, one of my clients, Emily, shared with me how difficult it was to start this exercise. And when she first sat down to journal, she felt completely stuck and unable to recall anything that truly brought her joy before her trauma. But she didn't give up. As she continued the practice, small memories began to surface, and her love for painting, the peace she felt walking in nature, and the warmth of connecting with friends. So each of these realizations became a stepping stone. They reminded Emily of the parts of herself that were still there, waiting to be rediscovered. So, this is why journaling is so powerful. It helps us uncover what may feel hidden beneath the surface. And when we find those little pieces, they become the foundation for reconnecting with who we truly are. Have you ever tried journaling like this before? If not, how does it feel to imagine taking a few moments to reflect on these questions? So let me know in the comments, and I'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences. Great. So now that we've talked about using journaling to reconnect, let's explore how stories of resilience can inspire hope and encourage growth. Now, let me share a little bit of my own story because I think it might resonate with some of you. See, there was a time in my life when I felt completely disconnected from myself, and I didn't recognize the woman in the mirror. And I kept wondering if I'd ever feel like me again. So I was moving through each day on autopilot, consumed by the weight of my trauma and unaware of where to even begin. But one day, something inside me said, take one small step. And so I did. I grabbed a notebook and just started writing. It's my passion to write. No expectations, no judgment. I wrote about the things I used to love, like spending time in nature and connecting deeply with people. And I wrote about the dreams I had before my trauma, the ones I had tucked away and thought I'd never pursue again. And I wrote about the kind of life I wanted to create for myself moving forward, even if it felt far away at the time. Now, that small act of reflection became the foundation of my healing. And it reminded me that I'm so much more than my trauma. I am a person with dreams, passions, and innate capacity for joy. And you are too. This journey isn't about getting everything back all at once. It's about uncovering the pieces of yourself that may feel hidden right now and finding ways to weave them back into your life. Who here feels ready to take that first step? What's one thing you'd love to reconnect with about yourself? Maybe it's something you used to love doing, or maybe it's a part of your personality you feel you've lost touch with. Share it in the comments, and I'd love to support you and cheer you on. Now, remember, even the smallest step forward is progress. And these small acts of rediscovery, whether it's journaling about your passions, taking a quiet moment to reflect, or reconnecting with someone or with something that you once loved, that all could spark profound transformation. So each step creates a ripple, building a foundation of self-awareness and joy that strengthens over time. Now, I want to thank you so much for spending this time with me today. And remember, rediscovering yourself after trauma isn't about the perfection or the rushing to the finish line. It's about taking small, intentional steps that bring you closer to the person you truly are. Now, if the session resonated with you, I have a resource to support your journey. And it's my free workbook, Overcoming Self-Sabotage, Break Cycles, and Boost Motivation. And the link will be in the comments. And that workbook is filled with tools and journaling prompts and actionable strategies to help you move forward with confidence and clarity. And for those of you who feel ready to dive deeper, I'd love to offer you a free 30-minute no-fee session. And then during this call, we'll focus on your unique challenges, explore what's keeping you stuck, and co-create a personalized plan to help you reconnect with your authentic self and move toward the life you deserve. And the link to the schedule of the call is also in the comments. So let me go ahead and take a moment to pop both links in the Facebook group and the Zoom comments. Here, got my Facebook group. Great. And my Zoom. Wonderful. So you'll find the workbook link and the schedule link for your free 30-minute session right there in the comments, ready for you to access and take your next steps. So let's make this time you reclaim your identity, rediscover your passions, and step fully into your strength. You are not alone in this journey, and healing is possible. And I'm here to walk this path with you every step of the way. Thank you again for joining me today, and I can't wait to see you next time. Till then, keep taking those small steps forward. You're doing incredible work. Have a great week. Thank you. Bye-bye.